Welcome to the Expert in You Showcase, the show where we bring you quick, powerful conversations with elite entrepreneurs and other professional business experts to share their best strategies, secrets, and tips to help you have more success in your business and life. I'm your host, Carden, and this show is brought to you by Expert in You, where we empower professional entrepreneurs, business owners, and experts to become influential figures and celebrities in their markets and add 6 to 7 figures with more ease. Discover a game-changing secret that attracts leads, qualifies them effortlessly, warms them up for your offer, and hands them over ready to say yes. We want to make closing deals for you a breeze. It's time to stop chasing clients and consistently fill your calendar with highly qualified conversations and sales opportunities every month. Increase your influence, impact, and accelerate your income and strategies that work. Book your business accelerator call with me now at acarden.com and let's map out your next step. Today, my guest is David Fradin. David, welcome to the show.
Glad to be with you.
Awesome. So David, just give everyone a quick, brief overview of who you are, a little bit about your backstory, and then what you are known for.
I teach and consult on product success, primarily to VP level and below product managers and product marketing managers.
Awesome. And you've been at this a long time, like 50 years, right?
Well, I've been in some business of product or services for 50 years, including at Hewlett-Packard and at Apple, plus my own startups, my own companies, plus consulting with other companies.
Awesome. And so how long have you actually been consulting and in this phase of your business?
Since about 1990.
Okay. And who do you you said you work with directors. What do you actually sell, or how do you sell your services so that people can kind of get some insight into what it is you offer?
Well, in the case of trading, I've traded at Cisco for over 10 years, and I've trained probably nearly half of all their product managers worldwide.
That's
And
impressive.
I take them through the keys to product success. And in consulting, I've consulted with outfits like Nixdorf, Diebold, which is the ATM manufacturer. I've trained the Capital One Bank and the Botswanian Telecommunications Company. I've trained Cisco in Shanghai and in Bangalore a couple of times. I've been invited by the country of Singapore to go there and teach them how to build insanely great products, which is the title of one of my books, Building Insanely Great Products, which talks about these keys to product success. And by the way, when I say product, a product is a tangible thing. A service is an intangible thing. You can't touch it necessarily, but the keys to success are the same for services as it is for products.
Okay. And what type of products? Give us some examples of what some of those products would be.
Well, one was a service to track inventory throughout the chain, the supply chain. Another was a company developing and manufacturing Wi-Fi products focused on government and health and educational institutions. Another one makes ATM machines. In the case of Capital One Bank, that was all sorts of bank services and phone apps in order for people to be able to manage their bank accounts, checking accounts, and credit cards. The Botswanian Telecommunications Company used to be 100% owned by the government, and they're gone. They become public, and they needed to figure out what kinds of products and services they ought to be offering.
Very cool. So do you help them actually figure out the products and services, or do they already know what they want to do when they come to you and you help them refine that? And then I don't know to what phase you take them through.
Be both of those, plus the situation where they develop a product, put it on the market, and it fails. And they need to figure out why the product was failing in the market. One of the companies was a company used to be called You Send It, which was managed file delivery. They had millions of free users and only less than 1,000 paying users at a corporate type plan. And they asked me to figure out why it is that they were not getting more paying corporate users. So in that case, I did the market research by talking to their existing customers,
Mhm.
finding out what it is their customers wanted to do, and then map that back to the feature set that you said it needed to offer in order to obtain and retain customers.
Oh, I love it. That's great. So let's talk about the 5 keys to product and services, what makes them successful. And then I would also love to hear what are a couple of things that really keep people stuck or having a product or a service fail. So let's talk about the 5 keys first. So people have some takeaways here.
It's summarized in a mnemonic for my company name, Spice, and Spice Catalyst. The S stands for a product market strategy. And that's one
Mhm.
of the places where people tend to follow Mark Zuckerberg and act fast, break things, and fail, which is sort of like telling people, okay, all right, go to the firing line and ready, fire. Okay, now you can aim. So people rush out there with their product or their service, but they haven't bothered to put together a product market strategy. That is a
Mhm.
strategy for the product or for the service in the
Mhm.
market. And the market is a place where people go to buy things like a grocery store.
Right.
Marketing is getting people to go to that grocery store and buy your product. The P stands for repeatable processes. The I stands for having the information necessary in order to make informed decisions. And the C is the most important thing, and that's understanding your customer. And I believe that should be understanding your customer in terms of what they want to do, when they want to do it, where they want to do it, how they want to do it, what's standing in the way, how important it is for them to get it done, and how satisfied are they with the current solution. And once you find 15 unmet things that they want to do, where they find it very important, and the customer says that the current way of getting it done is not satisfactory, then you will have a successful product or service. If you find less than that, it may be the market window may not have opened, or the market window may have closed for your product or service idea. And the other aspect of that being important, Henry Ford, the inventor of the low cost car, was reputed to have said you can't ask people what they want or need. You have to find out what they want to do. And he figured that out after he went out on the streets of Dearborn, Michigan, not far from where I grew up. And he asked people if they wanted a car, and they said, no, I want a faster horse. Well, if he had gone through the process that I teach and advocate of observing what people do, then interviewing them, then surveying them to get a representative sample of your personas in your target markets, which are all parts of your product market strategy, then you'll know what it is that the customer wants to do. The problem with asking them what they need or what they want is that they have to be able to define their problem. And one of the big problems that most people that are not scientists and engineers is that they find great difficulty to define the problem. But scientists and engineers using the scientific method are trained to define the problem. And then they have to come up with a solution before they can tell you what they want or need. So that's why they say we wanted a faster horse. So he actually should have gone into the book. What's that little whip you use to hit the horse with? A buggy whip, in order to instead of the Model T car. And then the last letter in SPICE is E, which stands for employees. And in my a successful product design and management toolkit, which is a little 796-page pamphlet that Wiley, the book publisher, published, and it's used in executive education universities around India, a couple of them there, and others. I identify 130 competencies or skill sets that your organization has to have in order to ensure product success. Most companies do not do all 5 of these things, or they do them poorly. The result is about 35% of all new products each year fail in the marketplace, and that represents a waste of humankind of about a little over $1 trillion a year.
Wow.
That
Wow.
could easily be producing profits and
Mhm.
returns on investments, or more satisfied citizens or members, recipients of nonprofit organizations, activities, and so forth.
Wow, that's amazing. I had no idea that the kind of the failure rate was that high. So that's really interesting. Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement. So, would you say a couple of the common mistakes they make then is, number one, if you don't have a strategy for anything you do, you're already setting yourself up to fail. So I know that's probably going to be first and foremost for what you say. But is it that they don't have the skill set, or is it that they don't implement all of these things and they have missing pieces? What do you think are the big drivers behind the failure?
Well, the lack of a strategy, and by the way, strategy is a plan and plan is a strategy. Those terms are interchangeable. The lack of a plan or lack of a strategy is you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you're going. So your chances of success significantly goes down.
Yes.
And then if you don't have repeatable processes, like one of my clients that I consulted with came out with 5 new products, all 5 of them failed. And I asked them if they had a repeatable process, and they said, no, we didn't. And then they noticed that developed, the lack of a process developed a culture of blame, where everybody would blame everybody else. So those are some of the failure points. And then the key one, of course, is understanding what it is that your customer wants to do.
I actually love that question. Find out what they want to do, because want and need is something that we always, talk about. But yeah, find out what they want to do. I think that's great. It also helps them sometimes clarify it as well. I know when you ask the right questions, people will start to think, oh, wow, I haven't really thought this through, or I'm not even really sure. Yeah, what does that mean? What do I want to do? So, David, you've been doing this a long time. What is your main way of getting clients to your business?
Well, I tried to approach VP CEO level and ask them if they have some interest in training their people on product success. And it's been quite difficult because a lot of companies since the Great Recession have divested themselves of investing in training. Whereas it was very important at Apple and at HP and up until recently at Cisco, where they would give each employee a budget to go out and improve their skill sets, their competencies. But fewer and fewer companies are doing that today. So that makes it harder for me to offer my training courses to them.
What kind of results have you had with some of your clients when you've helped them really implement this framework and even training their team? What have been some of those big wins you've had?
Well, one company that had a division focused on services, I was able to give them a strategy to go from $4 billion a year in sales to $12 billion a year in about 5 years. So that was a big success.
That's awesome.
Another company with these Wi-Fi products, they started developing the Wi-Fi products, and they have been successful on the marketplace. Another one, the Nixdorf Diebold, was able to improve the user interface on their ATM machines. You go there and you put in your PIN number, and then you have to hunt around for this tiny little enter button. And once you find it, it's all grayed out because the ink on it has been smudged so many times over the years. So I've seen ATM machines recently significantly improve, in part because of the consulting that I've done. I think a lot of my people that I've trained in product management helped contributed to the growth in sales of Cisco over the last 10 years or so.
Wow, that's amazing. So you've had some incredible results. So I always love for people to kind of peek inside or peek behind the curtain in other entrepreneurs' businesses. What is your greatest challenge right now in your business that you would love to overcome or fix, that you're focused on for 2025?
I'd like to find more companies that would like to receive my training I have former senior level product managers strategically placed around the world that I've trained on my curriculum so we can deliver it in person or online or on demand at any time. And these are courses on product market strategy, fundamentals of marketing, understanding what it is that your customer wants to do, and innovation, social media marketing, those types of things.
So do you do the marketing piece with them then as well, or do you mostly just help them with the back end piece where they're training, they're getting the skill sets, they're putting the right pieces in place, but then they have to go and market, or what is sort of that process?
Well, there are exercises for each of the courses that the attendees go through. In some instances, some companies use it as a boot camp or a offsite. In one case, a university in India retained me for one full day, and we went through developing a product market strategy for that university, which they later went on to implement.
Okay, very cool. All right. Anything else that you would like to share? Well, as we wrap it up, thank you so much for sharing the 5 keys, but anything else that we didn't cover that you would like to just end on?
Well, if they'd like to get in touch with me, just go to my website, spicecatalyst.com, and the syllabus for all my courses and contact information is all conveniently there, along with links on my books that are up on Amazon. Or you can go to Amazon and just search for my name, David Fradin, and all the books that I've written are listed there.
And how many books is that?
Probably about a half a dozen.
That's amazing. Awesome. Great job. And it's always so exciting to interview real experts here that have been in their field for a long time. As you know, we're not a dime a dozen anymore. So this has been great. And we will put all of your links and everything in the show notes so people can grab that, they can connect with you. And thank you so much for being my guest today. This has been a pleasure.
You bet. Thanks for putting up with me.
No, it's been great. And I love when you share, I love the expertise that you bring to the market. All right, everyone. I want to thank you for tuning into Expert in You Showcase. And on that note, again, David, thank you for being here. Go rock your business and God bless you. Bye-bye. If you are ready to attract high-paying clients like clockwork, build powerful influence and scale your business with ease, let's talk. Book a complimentary $1 Million Accelerator Strategy call at acarden.com to discover how the Expert in You method can help you create a steady stream of premium clients and consistent revenue growth. Don't wait. Your next big breakthrough starts with a simple conversation. Visit acarden.com and let's make it happen. Have an amazing day and God bless you.